Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue with our series and we'll be talking about Spring Cloud Netflix. Now, what do we want to use this for? We want to use this for service discovery. In a distributed system, there needs to be a way for these systems to find each other, to communicate with each other, and that's where Netflix Eureka server comes in handy. Now, when I say Netflix Eureka server, it was developed by Netflix. So quickly, I'm going to show us how to set this up. But I have this page. If you open it up, I'm going to put this in the support file so you can easily find this. This is just how to set up a Eureka server and a client. So we typically have a Eureka server and we have a client. Our applications, so think about the account service and think about the payment service. Those are clients, and then they need to communicate with each other. So they need something central, and that's the Eureka server. So if you quickly come here, how to include a Eureka client, and then if you go down to I think 2.4, you'll see this is the one we're going to be making use of. So it's just showing you the Eureka standalone server. There are different modes. So this standalone mode, this is how you set it up. If you go back upwards and if you open this page, so how to include a client is just going to also show you some. This is how to include a client, anyways. And this is the applications of YML file. And if you come here, you see just some examples and quickly. So quickly we'll head on to start.spring.io and I'll create this service, so discovery server. I'll make it a Maven project and leave this as default, again default and default. Now I'm going to add this dependency, so you just say let's say Eureka. You see this Eureka server, this is the client one, we don't need this, so just go Eureka server and leave every other thing as default. And I'm going to generate this project. Now it's downloaded. So quickly go to our downloads and extract this file. Now that's it extracted. I can delete this one, I don't need it anymore. Now head back to Spring Tool Suite and let's import that project. Yeah, existing Maven project, just as you set discovery server. Open. Okay, now that's it open. If you go to the pom.xml, here, just going to reduce this a bit. So now you see everything is pretty much there for us. So this is the Spring Cloud version, just like we saw. And then this is the dependency management Spring Cloud. And that's pretty much what we need here. Now, if we go to open the resource and go to applications properties, so now the name is already there. So the other things we need to do is just go back to the browser and then come here. Let's use the standalone setup 2.4. I'm just going to copy this and go back to, now we have our applications properties. What I will just go and create applications YML. So go to file, so say application.yml. So whether you have an application properties or application YML is the same. So you don't really need the two of them. So I'm going to get rid of the other one. But before I get rid of that one, I'm just going to copy this here and then I can get rid of it. Delete. So now quickly, so everything is pretty much set. Okay, so the server is this default server for the default port for Netflix Eureka server. And then this is just some configurations to say localhost. The instance is localhost and the clients register with Eureka. So by default, Eureka server is going to register with itself. We don't need it to register with itself. That's not what we want to achieve here anyways. There are instances where that is useful, but for this, for just this tutorial, we don't need that. So that's why this is set to false. Register with Eureka is false, and fetch registry is false. Now, if you notice this default zone, the service URL default zone, is pointing to itself. So this is just a way to refer to service instance, and this is it. And then the server.port is this one, and then /Eureka. So it's just referring to itself. So that's okay. I'm going to quickly put the one I copied earlier. Put that here, but so applications.yml goes a bit different, and I'm just going to reorder that. Yeah, and then remove the code. This pretty much is set up for applications.yml file. Now, the next thing I need to do now is if you go to your payment service and open the resource, no, not the resource, go to the home.xml. We need the client so that the payment service can register with our Eureka server. So go back to the browser and let us go to Spring Initializer. I can just get rid of this dependency, add a dependency, so say Eureka. Now we need the client, and I'm going to just explore, just copy this dependency. That's all we need, the Eureka client. And so head back to your Spring Tool suite and paste that here, right? Paste that here. Now we also need the dependency management here. So I'm going to quickly go to our discovery server and open the pom.xml, copy this dependency management, come here and paste the dependency management here, just right here. Then up next, copy this property here, the Spring Cloud version. Just copy that and come here, go back up here, just put a space there. Okay, return. So now that is our payment service setup. Now let us go to the applications properties file. Let us put a property here and say spring.application.name, and then we say payment service. And one more thing, go to the browser from that documentation, and let's just copy this. This is the client configuration. So you know the payment service, remember we said it's a client. Go back here, and so this is not a YML file, it's .property. So I'm just going to correct this one and say dot. So this is all we need. If you have like a squiggle here, if it's not recognizing this, just make sure that you go to your pom.xml file for the payment service, and you know, remember we added this dependency, so just do your Maven update this project, and once you update the project, and that should fix that squiggle. So quickly now, let us go ahead and make sure you start your Docker instance. Remember, we're running MySQL on Docker, so I have mine running already. You just click on the play button, you should see that on yours. So remember, we did this from the last tutorial. If you are not like up to date with this, just go on and watch that part of the video, and then you come back and join us quickly. So back to Spring Tool Suite. Now I need to run my discovery server. Make sure you run your discovery server first. If you don't run your discovery server first, your client's service will not be able to find the discovery server, and you'll be having errors. So let's start up this one. Okay, our application seems to be running and connected. Yeah, so discovery client, payment service. Just gonna close this. So if you check on the other one, the service registry, that is up, and then you see it's picked up the payment service. So let us go and visualize this on our browser. So if you head on to localhost, I will just say 8761, right, and then go enter. So you can see our discovery server is picking up the payment service. So that is how this works. That is how service discovery works. And let me just do the same for the account service. Let us import the account service quickly. Accounts. Yeah, and now the account service has loaded. So it's nearly the same thing. So I just need to copy this one. No, not this one. Applications properties. Copy this one and go right here. Open the resource and applications properties. Same thing. So this is the same port. But remember, we need to. So you see the red squiggle. That's because we've not added our dependencies. So I go to the payment service. It's the same dependency. So I'm just going to copy this and go back here. Paste this here. Go back here. Copy the dependency management. Paste it just right there. And copy the Spring Cloud version and paste it just right here. Okay, so now our application is happy. Go here. So this is applications properties file for, let's see, let's just be sure we are on the right. Okay, so now I'll go spring.application.name, yeah, equals, and this is accounts service. Okay, so let us start up the application first. Go to account service, start up Spring Boot app. Okay, 1991 is used. We just change this to 1992. Save that again. Just run this application again. All right, now that seems to be up. Let's see. So this discovery client has registered as account service. So if we check on the logs for discovery server, you see it has picked up account service. So now if I go to Eureka and just refresh, you see it has the account service now. It's discovered the account service automatically for us. So yeah, there are more configurations you can read up on the official documentation, but in the meantime, that is all. And the next tutorial we will do maybe the API gateway or the config service, one of it. But stay tuned, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments if you have anything regarding the topic. So I'll try to attend to each and every one of them as soon as I can. And all right, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.